It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the River Hogs and the Jags on Sunday night.
This is the NFL. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
For the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Herbert. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Herbert now. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Jordan Love ready on first down here. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Love. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Love going for it all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
On play action, Love to throw. Throw out one, going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Myers' kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bit a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're back.
Second down, flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down. I see the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Trying to get it with Snell. Nifty move. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Snell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the River Hogs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Love. And that's complete to Adams. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Love looking to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing. Love. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They're going to run again with Snell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got his target. That's complete. Loose inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. Gano's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though
5, a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit.
Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Love now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going back to Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card. Pressure gets to him again. My Jay Sanders. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now Callaway on the return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert now. That's caught by Marquez. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
At the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds downs after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
First down, River Hogs.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, Herbert. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Herbert on first down now. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1.
At the Jaguars' 1-yard line.
Now here's Snell. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Benny Snell taking it in from a yard out. And the River Hogs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. First down, Love to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
2nd and 6. To throw now. Here's Love. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That is caught by Callaway. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Love. It's caught here by Adams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Love now to pass on 1st down. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Again, it's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing. Love. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Adams from 6 yards away. And the Jags have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This taken in right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, River Hogs.
On first down, it's Herbert, and that is incomplete here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Love. He's got right on the short throw. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 3. Love now. And that's complete to Adams. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action. Love to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Yeah, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's got it down to the 28. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Love. Buying time to his left. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the 1st. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
back now in Jacksonville. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Darnell Mooney
From 8 yards out.
and the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
They run straight ahead with Snell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
7-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st down, River Hogs.
Here's Snell yet again.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, River Hogs.
Now it's Herbert.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone.
And this is incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Herbert on 3rd down now.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
At the 5-yard line.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Justin Herbert keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the River Hogs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead.
from his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On first down, they'll start out with a for about 4. Second down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw now. Here's Love. That's complete to Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, going to the air with Love. Slant to Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Love. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jordan Love ready on first down here. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second down, Love. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
Akers will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Now Myers for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. On first and 10, Herbert. From left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, River Hogs.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Down the left sideline. And touchdown! Zay Flowers, 63 yards. And the River Hogs strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin first and 10.
Love from the gun.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Love.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going back to Love.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Love's throw taken in by Adams.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Cam Akers
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. This is Dallas, an inside handoff.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Now Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. Got to catch in that spot.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Herbert going to throw. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Now one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the fourth quarter, and we are going to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. From his end zone, Wilson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Past the 20 for a short gain, second down.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, you're still doing what you're supposed to do, and they're up to the task on that play.
There's certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Going right back to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun. Love. That one taken in by Adams. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Jaguars.
Love, they go play action now. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
On 1st and 10, Love. Over the middle. Once that ball was popped in the air, you can almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Myers' kick is good. And they have regained the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. And send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only gives you about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield.
There he goes, left side. Look at him go inside the 30. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return. Wins it in OT.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.
now.